Yeah, I know what you Marvel fans want. I've got the entire Clint Eastwood collection here, including the Deadpool. Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and that you are having a great day. It is the 4th of July, and in today's video, I just want to sit down, connect with you guys, and chat about some of the fun stuff that's coming up in the world of trading card games. And that was definitely a run-on sentence. Hello, how are you doing? I hope everybody's doing great. There is a few things to talk about in terms of upcoming TCGs, a few things to be excited about, and if you guys are curious, this is my figures shelf, a slightly different corner of the garage here for you guys to look at. This is where I keep, well, obviously this is where I keep my Red Sonja stuff. That aside, there's a few TCGs coming up that I want to talk about specifically. There's four upcoming TCGs, really, that I think are worth mentioning and going over and giving my general opinion on. First, we're going to get the easy one out of the way, Chrono Core. I don't know anything about it. I know that it's coming out soon, and I know that it's going to be worth, at the very least, taking a look at. I gave a quick once-over of the product itself. I'm gonna maybe buy a box or two just to give it a try, and hopefully when it's here I'll be able to talk about it. And that's really all I have to say about it. It's kind of crazy, really, that there's just a whole another TCG. It's always kind of crazy when you hear about a new TCG coming to the market and you don't know anything about it. You don't know who it's from, what's going on with it. It's just, it kind of catches you by surprise. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be bad. And that's really, first in, first out the door. I know that it's coming, and that's all I've really got for you kids. Secondly, let's talk about Gundam. And Bandai Namco has done it again. New TCG comes out. The first set or two is basically impossible to get. Prices skyrocket as people clamor to get their hands on it, and a year and a half later, suddenly everything is suddenly thrown into chaos as more product is made available and people panic sell their collections. That's happened I've seen that happen 3 times now. Okay, was Dragon Ball, Digimon, and One Piece in a row. All 3 of them did that exact thing around here. It was nuts, and it looks like it's happening with Gundam. The Gundam TCG is sort of here. I don't know what its official street release date is. I was not paying that close of attention, but I am aware that people are having a hard time getting a hold of it. Stores are having a hard time finding boxes to sell. And this wasn't a new thing. I was aware that getting Gundam was an issue ever since the beta promotion was going live, and people were having a hard time getting a hold of it then. But yeah, I would just want to say to all the Gundam fans in the audience, and I know that I have Gundam fans in the audience because there's a whole channel on the Discord dedicated just to talking about Gundam now. So I know that I have Gundam fans. It's definitely not what I was expecting when I started this channel. I was not expecting to have Gundam fans. To those Gundam fans, I will say that, look, this is not my first rodeo when it comes to Bandai Namco TCGs. It's not even like my third rodeo. Things will stabilize, things will calm down, and product will become more available as demand increases and as the player count becomes more stable. You will most likely, not guarantee, but most likely, very highly probable, that Bandai Namco will make product easier to get a hold of, and not just sealed product, but singles will see a decline in about 6 months to a year. It depends. I don't want to make a bold prediction of hey, this will happen in so many months, but typically we've seen this happen a few times already. Okay, we've seen this happen a few times with Bandai Namco, where a new game comes out, it's impossible to get for a bit, and then all of a sudden, after a year or so, boom, all the original sets are on the market for much cheaper than they originally were. Not the first set, not usually, not all the time, but it's been a pretty consistent pattern, at least around here. I don't know how things are in your guys' neck of the woods. I don't want to speak for the entire market, but around here, at the very least, every single time, it's been pretty consistent. So carrying that trend forward of TCGs that are hard to get at first but might become more available down the road. Let's talk about the two big news, boys, coming out in the near future. Let's talk about HoloLive and Riftbound. I did order Riftbound. I was unable to order any HoloLive. Whether or not the Riftbound will show up, it remains to be seen. You know how it is. So, let's talk about Riftbound first because I know slightly more about it. Riftbound is a TCG based off of League of Legends, and I feel like that's really all I have to say. League of Legends is a fairly popular video game that I have never played, never looked at, and I know people who play it, and I don't like what it does to them. They seem possessed. League of Legends is a fairly popular franchise, though. It had a big show on Netflix, Arcane, I think it was called. It does have fans. It does have a following. It is a decently large franchise. So I think Riftbound is going to do good, at least at the first set. Whether or not Riftbound is going to continue remains to be seen. As we've seen with Lorcana, at the very least, we've seen that a large enough fan base might not necessarily be enough to carry a TCG through multiple years. What's my initial prediction for Riftbound? Well, I think that if they come out the gates running, I think if they come with a full support organized play, promos, store support, all that jazz, I think if they do their best to integrate the average player of League of Legends into the TCG itself, maybe do some like video game tie-ins where you get a promo card. Like that's so easy to do, right? Look, the World of Warcraft TCG had it like a bazillion years ago. Get a code that gives you a little bonus in the game. Guaranteed sales for fans of the game, right? I'm not sure if they're going to do that, but I think that that's something that they should at least consider trying because it's basically a guaranteed way to get TCG sales. League of Legends has a huge following. If you give players of the video game a bonus for buying the TCG, I'm fairly confident that people will buy the TCG just to get that bonus in game. I mean, there's still a World of Warcraft card from forever ago, the Tiger Mount. It has a scratch-off code card, and it's worth over $1,000 or something like that. Last time I looked, it was crazy. Beyond that, the Riftbound spoilers are still trickling out, and it looks good. The art direction looks solid. It looks like it's all designed by one team with one vision with one outlook. The cards look kind of simple, but I think that's intentional because it's the first set and it's an introductory product. We don't know what all the cards look like, but the cards that I've seen look fairly simple and straightforward. It looks like it's going to be a fine game. And I think that's good. Now let's talk about HoloLive. Speaking of products that are impossible to get a hold of, I tried ordering HoloLive. I was told flat out that no, that was not going to happen. It's all gone. And from what I can find online and talking to other people, talking to other people I know who like try to get a hold of all the new stuff as it comes out, HoloLive appears to be really difficult to get a hold of. And I was aware of the HoloLive TCG for a while. I'm not entirely sure what HoloLive is. I know it is a VTuber thing. But is it like... This is my old man brain here working, okay? Is it just a bunch of VTubers got together under one branding? Or is it like Idolmaster, where one agency sponsors all the VTubers and they just kind of work under one umbrella? Is it something like that? I don't know. I'm too old for that kind of crap. Regardless of what it is, I do know that VTubing is a very popular thing with a lot of popular fans who are willing to spend a lot of money on their favorite VTuber of choice. So I have zero doubt in my heart that the HoloLive VTuber TCG is going to be successful. Will it be good? Will it be good? So, a while ago I talked about how good art or interesting design alone is not enough to carry a TCG. If the core rules of the TCG aren't enjoyable, then the TCG itself won't be enjoyable. And I've heard rumors that the HoloLive gameplay is not great. That could be wrong. I have not looked at a single card yet. Flat out. I'm going to be honest with you kids, I have not looked at a single card for HoloLive. mostly because of my interest. I was told that I can't get any, so I was like, you know what, move it on. So, if it's true that the gameplay is bad, then I don't think Hololive will last long as a game. I think it will last well as a collectible because, again, the fans of virtual tubers are going to spend the money on the memorabilia regardless of its playability. Like they'll buy mouse pads, posters, acrylic stands, and all kinds of stuff. I've been to conventions. I've seen how that kind of thing goes. So I do think that they're going to be willing to buy trading cards of their favorite VTuber, right? But will it be a game that people play? I don't know. I hope that I do genuinely hope. Okay, whenever I say that I've heard that things are going to be bad, I want you guys to understand very well that when I hear that, I hope that those are wrong reports. I always genuinely hope that when new things are coming to the market, that those new games that come out are good, enjoyable, and fun. I always sincerely hope that. The pessimist in me always thinks that, you know, everything's going to be bad and suck and be awful, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But as a buyer, seller, collector, my hope is always that things will turn out good and enjoyable for the long term, because long-term sustainability is heaven for people like me. A game being good is good for people like me, just flat out. I don't want a game to come out and be bad. I don't want another Blue Dragon situation. Oh, I should do a video talking about the Blue Dragon situation. I lost a lot of money on that. Oh well. Live and learn, kids. Live and learn. That's all I got for you kids today. Just a little quick summary of some of the stuff that's coming out. I know that there's other TCGs that are coming out. I know that there's I don't remember any of the names now that I think about it. I know that there's other stuff coming later this year, but those are the 4 that I wanted to get out the gate. Say, hey, I'm aware that these are coming. I'm going to try my best to get a hold of some to play with and let you guys know what I think about it. And when that time comes, I will do my best to report to the best of my ability. At the very least, what I think of the vibe. You know, it's easy to say, like, you know, this looks good, this looks fun, it's stuff and such. It's a lot harder to give a impartial judgment on a game, especially when, like, you're someone like me who will find one specific thing about a game to be super excited about, like the Butler from Alpha Clash. I really like that guy. He's great. I don't necessarily think Alpha Clash is the greatest game. I think it's fun, but I do like that Butler character. Good stuff. Good design right there. So, anywho, that's all I got for you kids today. I know I've just been rambling for a minute or so, and I'm trying to do my best about avoiding that. Anywho, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. The algorithm appreciates it very much when you do, and I appreciate it when the algorithm is not threatening me. So please help the channel out. It costs nothing, and it frees me from algorithmic prison. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I will see you kids in the next one. This is the Red Sonja with the big axe and the big axe. This is the Red Sonja with the sword and the sword. And then this is the Red Sonja with just the one sword. I love them all.